Hi, so today I want to talk to you about puppies and jumping. Arguably the number one concern families have when they bring a puppy into the home. Why do puppies jump? It's attention seeking, okay? They're trying to express to us that they need something. So what do we want to do about it? Well, first, I'm going to show you how to get them to stop jumping on you. The next video will be how to address other behaviors that could be causing the attention seeking. And the final video will also address mouthing, nipping, and biting, which they really go together, but there's some nuance that would change some of the information I'll be giving. So first, how do we stop a puppy from jumping on us? When they're asking for our attention, because we have not taught them a way to ask, they're doing the only thing they know, which is that pawing and jumping and what we really don't enjoy. And with a lot of people working from home right now, it makes it really distracting when you're trying to get something done, or even worse if you're on a conference call or a video chat. So what I'm going to do is show you my number one thing that I do to deter dogs from jumping. I'll show you a couple of deterrents, and then I'll give you an idea of something you can do short term just to kind of appease that attention-seeking behavior from your puppy. So first thing I do when a dog or puppy is jumping on me is I'm going to cut off all communication. I'm not going to engage them on any level. So that means no eye contact, no touching, and no talking to them, okay? Think of dogs as the recipients of that old saying, any attention is good attention. That's your dog. So you don't want to give them anything. So what happens is when we're telling them, no, stop, they're getting excited. So they think it's a game. And we're getting more agitated, and the dog's getting more excited. And it's just this vicious cycle. So how do you stop it? We cut everything off. So what I'll do is I stand with my hands folded in front of me. I don't want them trying to chew on my hand, so I'm going to fold them in front. I'm going to stand up tall, which is a universal sign for not overly welcoming. And I'm just going to, I'm not going to really look up, but I'm just going to look away so that the dog understands that I'm not engaging in any way. There may be a token jump or two, especially if your puppy has had a chance to learn more, that, doing this behavior gets them what they want. They're going to keep trying for a little bit longer, but inevitably, he's going to figure out, this is not getting me what I want. I need to figure out a new plan, and so he's going to leave. So the moment he turns away and starts walking away from you, then you can invite him back to have him greet you in a less intrusive way. Now, if you've got a little dog, it's going to be a little more difficult, because the moment you go like this to give them praise or invite them, you are basically simulating a play bow for dogs, and you're inviting them to come up to your face, so you're inviting them to jump. So what you want to do is take a seat, have a seat, or simply just give them verbal praise. But the moment you lower the front of your body down, you're telling the puppy, come on up. So be aware of that you may be inadvertently inviting the puppy to jump on you. So cutting off all the communication is the most effective way, without any drama, to express to your puppy, I don't like that behavior. That's not how we're doing this, okay? It's also great for kids that have puppies jumping on them. The worst thing that children can inadvertently do is run and yell, because basically they're saying, chase, which is a puppy's favorite game. So you want to really spend time explaining to your child, I want you to, be a statue and, pretend like the puppy's not there. Now, some puppies are going to be over exuberant. They're going to keep up the behavior. So what do? My first and favorite tool to have on hand is an old tennis racket. I have found through the years that most of my clients have one sitting around the house somewhere, or they know someone, or you can get them used really relatively inexpensively. So what I love about the tennis racket is, first, you've got all this space here to block the puppy, but they can see through it, so it's not threatening, because this tool should not be scary or frightening or threatening to your puppy, okay? If it is, you're using it wrong. You need to hire someone who understands canine behavior and can teach you a new way of handling it, okay? So what I do is I'll hold it. So even though I'm holding it, it's not personal. It's not my hand guiding the puppy, okay? It's this object. And what it does is I'll use it to block the puppy and then move the puppy if I need to, okay? So if the puppy's jumping on a child or a guest or someone in your household that isn't really enjoying it, wants it to stop but doesn't know how, and the puppy's not responding to standing still and cutting off communication, you can put the tennis racket between the puppy and the person and block and move, okay? Which allows the person time to calmly and quietly walk away, go into another room until you can confine the puppy to a safe space. Other deterrents, a lot of people like water. If you're going to use water, I always recommend add a scent to it, add a deterrent, so that you're stimulating two senses at once for the puppy. And so with the water, I'll do half and half or 1/3. My favorite is apple cider vinegar. Most people have it in their kitchen. And 2/3 water, or half and half, whatever seems to be most effective for your puppy. Now, the key is you don't spray this right into the puppy's face, okay? You want to spray it just above, because it will drop down, and puppy don't like that. Another one is compressed air. There are some that have a scent attached to it as well. And again, if I'm triggering two senses at the same time, it's even better than just one, because it's really going to get your puppy's attention. That is the purpose of these deterrents. You can also use a container with some beans or coins and shake it. The downside is you always have to have these on hand. So teaching him to respect the cutting off communication is the most effective, but it does take time. And if time is not on your side, these deterrents are great in the interim. The one thing I do want to ask is you please do not allow children to use these on their puppy, okay? Because inadvertently they're used incorrectly. And if you have a child that is chasing a puppy around with any of these items, the puppy's eventually going to chase back, and you are then unwittingly developing anxiety, which can lead to aggression towards either the individual or humans in general from your puppy. So please do not let children use these tools. These are for adults, but you can use them to assist a child if the puppy is being, really rude and just jumping and scratching them up. It's, if they're wearing shorts or short sleeves, it really doesn't feel good. Make sure you keep your puppy's nails trimmed when they get that little hook. It really is uncomfortable. So that's how you can quickly and effectively stop your puppy from jumping. Okay, the next video will be how to get your puppy engaged so they won't have the energy to jump.